Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Here we are now. This is the second video part of this tour I'm doing. The complex of Hazrat Imam Masjid. I'm not too sure about why it's named that, but anyway, so this is the main masjid. So I'm in the courtyard, and then this here, I visited it once last year. This here is where the Uthmani Mus'haf is, the so-called is Uthmani Mus'haf, that they claim that it is the Mus'haf of the third Khalifa Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anh. And apparently, if you see it, I mean, they're not allowed to, you can't make videos inside, so I'm not even going to go inside. So there is a like splatter of some blood. It looks like blood anyway. That's the blood of Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anh, the third Khalifa. Now, let me just go to the door. I think, yeah, you can't see it. They've got doors and security, so you have to pay up to go. Yeah, lots of tourists around today, so I'll just take you around. Yeah, so what I was saying, yeah, this is not true. This is not the actual. So because the claim is that is the actual Mus'haf, the Quran, the book, the actual copy of Uthman bin Affan. Because remember, there was two copies that he kept one, radiallahu anh, and then I don't know who the other one had. But because this is clearly, if you see it, it's made, I mean, you can Google it, it's on YouTube and there are pictures of it. It's actually made out of paper, very, very solid paper. It's actually paper, so paper didn't exist. Well, it hadn't arrived yet in Medina that time. I mean, I think it did exist according to my research. The Chinese had paper long time before, 1500 years ago, so they already had it, but it hadn't arrived in Medina. So it's impossible, that's the research suggests, it's impossible that that's the Mus'haf of Uthman bin Affan. You know, so the story goes that when he was reading the Quran, and when the rebels broke through his house, when the rebellion happened, and then the 40 days demonstrations, etc. I mean, it's a very tragic part of our history, but they broke in, and then he was reading. It was just after Fajr. He'd prayed Fajr namaz, and he was reading the Quran, and then they came, one of them, the rebels, they came and they held him, and he held his hand, and then they cut his hand or fingers off, and then that blood splattered on the Mus'haf, and then obviously he held him, and then they killed him, and then they cut the fingers of his wife as well. So it's a very, very gruesome, tragic part of our history. So it's not true. So that's my point. It's not true. Can't be. It's impossible because of, like I said, paper hadn't arrived in Medina yet. So because it was on leather parchments and leather basically, and wood was there. Other thing, you know, wood and cloth, kapre, you know, kapra was there. So we had all of that. Anyway, so this is like the back of this Hazrat Imam complex. So this is just normal. When you go to Bukhara and Samarkand, this is what you see. Similar architecture, similar courtyards in all the madrasas and the masajid in the whole of the country, actually. So it just represents the history of this region. So these are some shops, usual tourist shops, lots of I don't know, Chinese tourists, look Chinese, look Chinese maybe. Yeah, they're Chinese. Oh, where from? China? 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 Sure. Oh, he doesn't understand. So anyway, yeah, so I'll take you around the complex. So that's the new museum, Islamic Civilization Museum in the background. Under construction, they've done a lot of work in 1 year on that, because definitely there was no color last year, so it was all just concrete structure. So they've actually added the tiles and the color, whatever they're doing. Tiling, isn't it? Must be tiling, right? So yeah, these are the various madrasas and places. Masajid, I mean, some of them, that's the main masjid. I've prayed there a few times, the main masjid at the back. And these, whether they were masjids once upon a time or madrasas, I don't know. And then there's a courtyard here. It's just like a garden. Beautiful area. Very nice, very peaceful, serene area. So let me just go to the front of this masjid. I'll pray Asr here because about an hour to go. But yeah, very nice. Weather's very nice. Nice to walk around in t-shirt, nice and bright. Yeah, lots of tourist season now, and about another month to go, and then winter will be here. What else? And this one, I know this is the old museum, because I was told by the security last year this is the current museum of whatever it's called, Islamic Civilization. And then just over there a few moments ago I took the shot of the new building. So yeah, and then so this is the old museum here, current one, sorry. And I'm just walking around minarets of this area. Let me just take you around again. So I've just walked all the way from there. Might do an inside tour of the masjid as well. So yeah, classic, the minars like this, made out of bricks. I mean, I don't think this masjid is that old. I mean, maybe, let's have a look anyway, maybe 300-400 years old, 300 maybe. So yeah, this courtyard's very nice, just like garden benches, like a park. A very conservative area, by the way, very conservative area. See women in hijab, niqab. This area is very different to where I live. I live in the Russian part of the city, and it's actually literally known as the Russian part, and it's named after a Russian guy, Maxim Gorky. So it's named after. So I live in that. So yeah, this, as you can see, the camera is a bit shaky. I don't know what's going on there. Let's just maybe go inside. So 2 minarets. Let's go inside. Jami'at al-Imam, yeah. Hazrat Imam. Jami'at Hazrat Imam. So Hazrat Imam. There you go. Hazrat Imam Jami'at Masjid. Let's read a bit of history on it. Usual rules for non-Muslims to cover up. So it's got like an old structure, wooden structure outside of it. Yeah, beautiful. Very nice, this courtyard. So this is a very standard setup. This, you know, the way they built the masjids. So this is the complex where we are. Sorry, it's in Uzbek. So I'll go inside, have a gander, just show you. I've prayed here a few times. Just go inside. It's a beautiful masjid, by the way. Very nice. So let's go inside. So beautiful, as you can see. I'll just make a quick beautiful ceilings, right? Wow, just the architecture. I invite everybody to come here, visit. Yeah. So, Bismillah. So let's just, mashallah, beautiful how masjids of Muslims are exact same setup. You know, the mimbar, place for the Imam, and just beautiful, beautiful. So thank you very much, guys. I'll maybe do a quick tour this way. Yeah, that's just, and I know the ladies section is at the side, so I've been here a few times. Anyway, Jazakallah khair. Good luck, everybody. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hope you enjoy the video. Like it, share it, and plan a trip to Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Anybody who wants to come, welcome. Free invite. No worries of where to stay. You can come and stay with me, and then I'll give you a full plan tour, all included. Well, you'll pay for your flight, but everything else, food I'll include as well, if you want to entice people. Jazakallah.